Yo, we talking about groceries on FBA. Yo, easy. Yeah. J to the O, the Mayos. Groceries on FBA. What you know about that? Step your game up, suck it.
What's up, guys? It's Shawn Mayo here, and today we're going to be talking about Barnes & Noble. This is a great store. I'm really excited about it. There's some good stuff, not so good stuff. But with using Tactical Arbitrage, you can work your way around a lot of that. One of the not so great things, just off the bat, is that they do have their own marketplace. So there are third-party sellers on here, so you can find some products that may not be usable. Collectibles that are selling for $100 or high price shipping, things like that. But for the most part, if you're going to be sourcing books and even a lot of the collectibles, you're going to find a ton of great deals. And the reason you're going to find a ton of great deals is because this is by far the biggest site that we've ever worked with. As you can see here, this is the number of actual items in their catalog. So 16,408,806. Walmart, for example, has about 4.2 million. So, this is by far the biggest site that we've done. It also has about 3,800 different categories. And remember, you can only do about 400, well, not about, you can do exactly 400 or less when we're doing a tactical arbitrage search. And one of the perks we put together, this list is going to be $29 because it's so big, which is the standard price we charge for all the bigger lists. There's 3,800 categories. Some of those are not usable by you. They are the ones that are or for the Nook, similar to the Amazon Kindle, but people have requested to have that data. I'm not sure exactly what that's for, but we're giving you 3 files in our bulk search. I'm going to show you how to pull your own data and the kind of URLs that work and the kinds that don't. So if you want to make your own bulk list or work with the lists that we make, either one will work. So what you're going to get, you usually get 2 files. With this search, you can get 3 because for the same price, we're giving you everything in the correct format to run a store search as well as run the library search, which is where you can compare new to new or new to used on Amazon. And you can find used items to compare with other used items. I'm not going to get into exactly what the library search is and how it works. But I'm going to show you how to use it, and I'm going to show you how to use it with Barnes & Noble. So this is another search you can run at the same time you're running the product search. You can see my other videos and see exactly all the ins and outs of how it works. We take you through every step of it, but this video is going to be more for showing you Barnes & Noble. So first off, the thing that you need to know is you need a file that's going to look in this format. So it has to, have the URL, of course, Barnes & Noble /B kids, fiction literature kids, and then /_this. If you have a question mark and anything after that, you need to remove that or the scan doesn't work. And for the library search, there's a limit of 1,000 pages. So this one is going from page 1 to 1,000. But as you can see here, if we sort this by size, there is, and look at the last page, there's a ton of ones that are over 1,000. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong file. So as you can see here, this is sorted largest first, and you can see there's some that have, or there's one that has 280,000 items in it. which is the fiction category. So as you can see, these are going to get cut off at 1,000. If you do a bulk upload, you can enter whatever the number is, but it's going to stop at 1,000. If you actually start a search, then if you enter a number over 1,000, it's going to tell you that you can't do that. So you'll have to just end it at 1,000. As you can see with this bulk search, we have it says page up to 1,000, but in reality, it's actually much bigger. So what we're looking at is one that's 4,795 pages long, but Tactical Arbitrage is stopping it at 1,000. So what we can do here is, if we want to find a category and you want to do your own search, if we go to textbooks, and then we're going to look at new textbooks, and then we will just narrow down our subcategories. You can see here at the top for accounting textbooks, there's 3,430, well within the range for Tactical Arbitrage to easily search, and you have your link up here. So as long as you don't have a question mark and then some other data after that, you're fine. If you see a question mark with anything after it, just delete the question mark and whatever is after it, and now you have a searchable link that we can bring back over here to the Tactical Arbitrage search page. And if we wanted to do the search, we would I'm going to show you how to do it in both the product search and do a library search with Barnes & Noble. We'll close the search that we're currently doing. So we're going to type in Barnes & Noble. We're going to enter this for a category. We can see it's 40 products per page. It's also 40 products per page for the library search. And if we come back over here, we can see there's 3,430. As you can see on this page, the results doesn't match what Tactical Arbitrage is searching. You always have to go with whatever Tactical Arbitrage says. So we're going to change this to 40 results per page. And then in this case, this is one of those sites that doesn't tell you how many pages there are, so you kind of have to figure it out yourself. So if we bring up the calculator, we'll see how many pages it actually is. 3,430 divided by 40, and it's going to be 85 3/4. So whatever the whole number is, always round up to the next one, because this is 3/4, so that means there's 30 extra listings. So if you only entered 85, it wouldn't get the last 30. So always go to that next page. So it would be 86 pages we want to do a search on. So we're going to start on page 1, end on 86. I'm just going to bring up my last results. Now if you're doing books, 100,000 is probably several sales a day. So when I look at books, I'm usually looking at things under 5 million. If you want something that's going to sell within the last few days, probably 1 million is a good thing to go with. So we're going to start our search, and as you can see, it's bringing up the products. It's also going to check at different stores, and that's all there is to it. If you want to do a bulk file, we'll get into showing you how to make your own bulk files just by searching. If we want to do it in the library search, that's very easy as well. What we're going to do is make sure you don't have this check mark if you're using Storefront Stalker Pro, or this one, because it's going to default to those first. So if you have nothing selected, will be good, or it's going to run that scan. So We're going to go and select Barnes & Noble, of course. We can paste in our URL here. We're going to start on page 1. We're going to go to page 86, and we can use our last used search. Now, what I usually do is look under 5 million. You may want to look under 1 million, and you can set all this other stuff however you want. I keep it pretty simple. Shipping costs, trade-in ROI. We want to show Amazon out-of-stock results, which means if they were ever in stock and they're currently out of stock, it's going to show it. If we don't check that, if Amazon has ever sold in the past, it won't show us any results. And the trade-in ROI. So if there's a trade-in available, we want to see it if it's 60% or better. And we're also looking at new books, and we're going to remove the used row if the used merchant fulfilled or FBA buy box is higher than the Amazon new buy box. Obviously, we're not going to be able to sell it used if Amazon's selling it new cheaper. And that's about all I go with. You can watch our full video on doing that. There's been a lot of videos put out on doing the library search. So we're going to hit submit and start our search. And here we go. We're checking all our products, and it's going to show us how many products there are, how many are going to be added, and that's about all there is to it. Now, as you can see here, we have our Barnes & Noble list. It's quite large. One of the biggest ones we've done is it's 3,854 different categories. So as you can see, you're not going to be able to run that all at one time. There is a limit on the store search and on the library search of 400. So what we usually do is narrow that down to a specific set of subcategories. And the easiest way to do that is to sort by the name. So it's going to start at the main category and then just show all the subcategories. So if we're in Excel or whatever it is that you're using, then you just want to narrow it down by that. So now we see it's shop, then all the bargain books is the first one because that's what comes first alphabetically. And then regular books and hobbies and home, kids, and so on. And then under that, you're going to see your subcategory. So you may want to select a subcategory that would fit. So all the activity and game books and probably some other ones till you get, close to your cutoff of 400. But remember, there's categories that go up to 280,000 items in your 48-hour time span before your scan gets cut off. It is going to not even get through one single category. Some of them, if they have hundreds of thousands of items. And here is the actual bulk file you'll be working on. So if you want to sort by that, again, once you get through everything, you're going to have to delete the column E. And when we build our own, what I always do, even every one that we've ever sold, we're going to go here to use bulk, upload new file, and then we download the template. So click here, you're going to download the template. It'll be in the exact right format. For Barnes & Noble, it has to look like this. It has to say Barnes & Noble or Amazon for the source. If you put barnesandnoble.com or something else, then it will not work. So you have to make sure it's in that correct format. And the same thing with the store search. If you're just going to do a straight product search, we're going to click on use bulk, upload new file, and download your template right here. Now here, if you're going to be entering multiple stores, you have to enter barnesandnoble.com. Or if you're just going to do the single store, you don't have to enter the store name. You can just download your template here and fill in your category start and ending pages, and it's all set. So if you're going to be buying our bulk scanning list, you're going to get it in the correct format for a product search. You're also going to get it in the library search and the file with extra data, which you really don't need for doing your bulk searches. We've already put in that right format for you. For the regular store search, we have left the Nook in, which is all digital files that you can't download, because a lot of people requested that from me. But the library search, it does not have that in there. Of course, you have to narrow those files down to 400 lines. There's a 400 line limit for your search, as well as delete this full name column. Depending on which file you're working with, it'll be either in column D or column E. So don't forget to delete that and delete everything over 400 lines. We usually stick to a certain subcategory, so we can do that whole section one at a time. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and the link to buy will be in the description below. Now I'll show you how to either make your own bulk list or upload one. It's very easy to do. What we're going to do is click on Use Bulk, and then this orange button for Upload New File is going to open up. So you click on Upload New File, and you're going to have access to your blank templates. Now, even as many lists that we've made, hundreds of them, we still use this bulk template every single time. So what you're going to do is just click here. If you're just going to be doing one site, and I'm not going to cover this right now, but if you want to do multiple sites, it's down here. You can read the instructions yourself. So we're going to click here, and we're going to download a new template, open it up. I'm using Excel, but Google Sheets work quite easy as well. So here's the template. So all we need to do is pull out our links that we're going to put in. So as it shows in the template, we're just going to paste our category in, what we want as our start page, what we want as our end page, and that's all there is to it. You can do this as many times as you want. Up to 400 lines are supported. So you can start on any page, end on any page you want. And you can do it, as I said, up to 400 lines. After 400 lines, it won't work, and then you're going to be able to upload this. It's going to run each line one at a time. So it doesn't run these all at the same time. It's going to run them in a series. So it's going to do this line. It's going to start on page 1, get to page 10. It's going to do the next one, start on page 1, get to page 10, and then or page 4, and it's just going to keep going till it gets to the end, or until 48 hours are elapsed. After 48 hours, your bulk upload list is going to automatically end. So once you've created that and saved it as a CSV, and if you're on a Mac, you need to do the Windows version of CSV, then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and upload it right here on the same page again. You click on Browse, select your file. Once you select your file, just click Upload. You're going to select. You still have to select the store. And now we're going to select our filters again. So I'm just going to use Last Filters. Click on Submit. And then, as you can see, it's now running. It's showing you you're on row 1 of row 331 rows that we just uploaded. If you want to see what's going on, you can click on Bulk Uploads there. It's going to show you the exact lines, the page you said to start on, the page you said to end on, and it's going to run them one at a time. It shows you your page number, your current page, the current product. It's expecting 657 items, how many have been checked, and how many have been added to your list. And that's all there is to that. Now, if you buy one of our bulk lists, it's very simple to do as well. We're going to go to one of our bulk lists here. You can see this one has about 2,000 lines. Of course, you can't use all 2,000 lines. because it has a limit of 400. So a couple of the things that we do, we never run. We wouldn't just take the first 400 lines in here and run it. These are sorted by the biggest ones first, because that's what you guys said you were most interested in, running the biggest category. So we sort them largest to smallest. Now, what I suggest when you're building your own list, we see grocery, we see health, we see all kinds of different products here. So what we're going to do is sort this. We're in Excel, so I'm just showing you the way we do it in Excel. And what we do here is we're going to select data, and we're going to sort, expand the selection, of course, and I'm going to select by the full name, and I'm going to sort A to Z, whatever editor you're using for editing your CSV files. It may work a little different, but it all basically is the same thing. You're going to go to your sort page, and you're going to sort it by this column D, and now we can see it's in alphabetical order. Shop for this store is the main search, and then under that it's going to show you the category. Some will say home, some say shop. It depends on how the store gave us the data. So we see now we have all the baby together, all the electronics, all the garden and patio. And of course, you're going to do different searches for shoes than electronics and grocery, So what we do is we select either the category if it's big enough, or maybe a few categories that would go together, like maybe grocery and health and beauty together. So now we have all the baby, and then of course the subcategories under that are together, and the subcategory, the subcategories, and so on. So now what we do is you're going to just want to delete whatever you don't want. So if we just want to scan baby, we're going to delete everything that's not baby. So really, other than sorting, you only really have two steps here. So you delete the lines that you don't want. You sort if you need to, you delete the lines you don't want, and then you're going to delete column D. And we have that very plain and simply here. Full name, you must delete this column D before the scan will work. So you just right click on it and delete. And now you have a file in the exact template needed to upload into Tactical Arbitrage, and you upload it the exact way that I just showed you, and the scan's going to run exactly the same. It's going to do the first line, and then the second, and the next line, and on until it's done, or until 48 hours have elapsed. So one last note, if your file doesn't look like this, if you didn't see this, the 4 columns, if it looks completely different, then you're editing the wrong file. So you need to, you get 2 files when you buy the list from me. One of them is labeled bulk, one may be labeled something else. You need the one that has the word bulk in the title, or in the file name, or you're working with the wrong one. It has all the bulk information, but you would have to create your own file from scratch. So we give you this one, you need to use the one labeled bulk. And now we're going to, the last thing I want to show you is your store price reductions, which is any discount you're going to use at any store. I'm going to show you how we get our gift cards, how we use our cashback sites, and you can't just add these together, because these store price reductions work one at a time. It's going to take the first amount off, then the second amount, and the third amount. So if you added these up, it would be a completely different number. So the way it works is, and if you don't have one of these, you don't just skip 1 and go to 2. You would, still put the first one you have in that space. So the first one would be if you had a discount, let's say 20% off from the store directly. So you're going to get that 20% off before you pay. So you get your 20% off your total. And then if we have a gift card site, and I'm going to show you the gift card site that I use, which is called Cardbear. And this isn't a site that sells any gift cards. What they do is they check most of the top gift card sites, and they're going to show you what the best deal is. They also track pricing, and you can set alerts. So what we do is I'm just going to select one at random here. Let's say CVS. They have 17.6% off. So now these are the top sites to get these from. We can see Card Pool is sold out. Card Cash is 17% off. Raise is 17.3% off. It shows you what the current discount is, what the average discount is. You can see based on this graph that these prices are way higher. So, I'm probably going to come back and buy a bunch of these after this video, but you're going to want to, when it's in this kind of scenario, you're going to want to buy because this is way higher than it normally is. And then you can just click on these links and it's going to take you. So if you click on in stock, it's going to take you right to the Raise site where you can order those cards. The other thing you can do here is set a notification. I think this is a great time to buy right now, but let's say you didn't want to buy until it hit 20%. If it hits 20%, we can see it practically never does that. But we can hit that and enter our email address right here and click on Setup Alert, and it's going to send us a notice every time it hits that discount from now on. And as you can see, it's going way over a year. At this point, it's about a year. Right here, it's probably 2 years worth of history for this site. Some it may not have been tracking that long, but for this one, it's showing we have 2 years of history. We know what times of year that all the spikes are, when the prices are the cheapest. We know what it's recently been. We have the current discount, we have the average discount, we have the prices from multiple sites, and it's all in one place. So I'm sure this is an affiliate site. They get some kind of affiliate money because there's no advertisement and they don't even sell anything. So this is a great site that we use. We use this for everything, and just go to cardbear.com, whatever site you're looking for. So for example, if we got this at 17.5, we're going to just enter 17.5 here. And after all this goes through, I'll explain, what the differences are. So the last site that we use is called Cashback Monitor. So if we go to cashbackmonitor.com, and again, we're going to enter CVS here, this is going to show us all the best sites to get cashback from. So I'm assuming that they don't have a deal with CVS. Okay, so maybe CVS doesn't do cashback. So let's just pick one here, ralphlauren.com. So now what this is going to show us is once we go to this site, we can see how many people are looking at this, how many people have made this their favorites, so we know how popular of a store it is. We can see all the cashback sites, but not only that, we're going to see all the amount of points you get per dollar spent for travel miles if you have a travel credit card, and if you use credit card points, it's going to show you this. And there are some that have some other kinds of rewards that you might see a couple over here, but none for this store. So now if you're using a site like, let's say, Mr. Rebates, or You Promise is a popular one, or Ebates. Everybody seems to use Ebates. So if you're only using Ebates, you'd get 2.5% cash back if you just went to Ebates for every site you did. But Splendor and Extra Bucks are giving you 8% back. So that's more than triple what you would have been using if you just used Ebates, or double, if you use something like You Promise. So, it does take a little bit more time. You're going to have to set up, accounts at these sites as you find them to get cash back from. But in the long run, you're going to be making a ton more money. It takes a couple minutes to set up an account, and then, you're going to have that account forever. You're just going to have to log in and go through there. So now, if we're using Splendor, and we're kind of calling different sites together, but if we use that, then we'd have 8% back there. So as you can see, in this scenario, we'd be getting like 45% cash back. And that's not unheard of. I get 20% cash back. If you're using Kohl's we have a list of a ton of sites that have discounts all the time. And I'll show you that in a minute. But we're able to do scenarios like this all the time where, you're getting 10 to 30% in a gift card and then 5 to 10% cash back with cashback sites and store discounts. So when we look at this, and one other thing about the cashback sites, these numbers change almost every day. So you can't say, oh, well, I'm going to go back to Splendor. I'm going to go to UPromise or Ebates because they had 8% cash back, last week. It doesn't work that way. Today Splendor has it, but next week, Mr. Rebates may have a 3-day special or a weekend special. So they do deals with different cashback sites, short-term deals for maybe only a few days to get these, to get their customers in that higher rate where they're promoting it. So next week it may be something else. Ebates may always be at 2.5%, but, maybe a special weekend for, Black Friday or a holiday, they're getting an extra 5%. So they're going to be pushing all their customers there for that short term, and hopefully they stay with that site. So we recommend you check this site every time you make a purchase. So if we're looking at this, we're going to get 20% off before we pay. So we can't add all these numbers together because the money you're saving is going to be at each step it's going to be costing less money. So $100 item is now only $20, 20% off, which would be $20 off. So now you're getting a discount not on $100. You're getting a discount. You're going to get your discounted gift card on 17% off of the $80. And after you pay for that, you're going to get cash back based on your discounted total, which would be 17% off of the $80. So you're saving something like another, $14. So you're not saving 17.5% off of 100. It's now $14 off. So now you're at like $66, and you're going to get 8% off of the $66. You're not getting it off of the $100, if you follow me. So you can't add all these numbers together because you would be thinking you're getting a much bigger discount than you actually are. And when you enter all these in, it's going to compute this when you're running all of this stuff. So you don't need to buy the discounted gift cards up front, but you should be buying, you should be checking it so you're getting those discounts, because when other people aren't adding these discounts in and they need a 50% ROI or whatever the profit margin is that you need, then it's taking all of them people out of the equation, because now you have something with a 30% ROI or a 40% ROI, and you're able to use these discounts when your competition didn't, and now you're over your 50% limit. So, it was 30 or 40%. Now it's maybe 60 or 70% ROI you're making, and it just knocks so many other people out, because if they're using Tactical Arbitrage or another tool for sourcing, it's going to have that hard cutoff. If you say 50%, it's going to remove everything under 50%. So now they're not even seeing those deals that you're going to be making way more than 50% ROI. We use gift cards for everything, discounted gift cards, cashback sites. We use everything that's available to us. And the last thing that I want to show you is our beta, what we're calling a beta step ahead tactical sourcing sheet, which is, we charge $24.97 for this. Just real quick, and if you're looking for all those deals, then you can see we sign up for the emails for all 300 plus sites supported by Tactical Arbitrage, and then we put all these into a spreadsheet. So we know each site has all these deals, 20% off of one item, 25% off the whole store, whatever the deal is, when it starts, when it ends, links to it, how much we get for discounted gift cards, what we get for cashback, and a bunch more information. If you're interested in that, you can go to beta.shawnmayo.com, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But, that's how we figure out where to start at. That's how we end. And thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any more questions, any specific stores you want me to do. We're definitely open to, making one of these for any and every store that you're sourcing at. So let me know, and we'll do whatever we can to help you out. Thanks for watching.